Hey,
Bathtub Weekend is a 3-day event, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
yes,
The Great Race is on Sunday.
correct.
Saturday there's a parade, and Saturday night you have a party.
Absolutely.
Tell us about the parade and the party, please.
Well, the parade is a chance to show and shine in front of the whole community on the street. As a team, we've always participated in the parade and always had bands, always had children. It was an opportunity for us from Protection Island to go to town with our kids, show them what was going on. You were in many parades, Ed. Did we have some fun?
We did.
And it was a chance for everyone to dress up and celebrate the event with us in a public manner. As for the party the night before, it's an opportunity to have a family-oriented musical event where there are children, there are parents, there are grandparents, sometimes 4 generations. We share food and share stories and give encouragement to those who are participating the next day. We love you. We want these guys to make it. We show off the tubs here. And we try not to have too much drinking and too much going on, but it's food and it's families. And we would party till 10, the fireworks would be off, it'd go a little crazy, and at 1 o'clock, everybody had to go home with their families and be ready for the race the next day and get up at 8, 9 o'clock in the morning and participate.
Okay, a couple quick ones.
Yes.
What'd you use for coolers for cold drinks at the parties?
Bathtubs
Filled with ice and
filled with ice and beer, and often we
pop and
pop
juice and all sorts of
juice.
things.
It was pretty remarkable, the generosity of supply people in town with what they donated and what people brought.
And you always had a stage and a PA and amps and drum set.
Always.
And who could play and sing?
Not me. Everybody.
You always sang.
Everybody got to play and sing. Everybody.
And going back to the parade, traditionally parades people threw candy to the crowd, but then that was in later years that was
Yes.
always banned. You couldn't hand things out to the crowd. But you never handed out candy. What did you hand out?
Songs.
No.
No.
You
Come
used
on.
to juggle them all the
Oh
time.
man, we had oranges for years, but they made me stop doing that too.
And where'd you get the oranges?
Soup Red on Albert Street every year.
Donated 2 or 3 or 4 boxes.
Two cases every year, and some years I'd buy 2 more.
And you'd walk down the road juggling them and hand them out to
we'd juggle
kids.
them and hand them out to kids, people.
Healthy
It was pretty
alternative.
good all the way around.
Good.
It was exciting, actually, you know.
Yeah. Tell us what your t-shirt you're wearing.
This is a 2022 version of the Spirit and Intent Protection Island Bathtub Racing Team. It's got a famous Japanese wave on it and a picture of my son from 16 years ago. And it's got the 004, and someone asked me about the 004. 004 is my pickle fort, which was run by Loomis in the mid-70s, was a world-class tub. And I just sold it last year to James Hoyt. It stayed on island and will be running again. Rob ran it. And you ran it.
Yep.
And
Kiana.
ran it. And at least 20 other people ran it as their first tub because it floats so well.
Most boats are regular V-shaped hull, but the pickle fork is a tri-hull that's very,
Yes.
very
A
stable.
lot like a Davidson boat. Very square in the water.
And this year, who was 004? Trevor Short.
No, Trevor Short was 002, and
Oh.
he's reigning world champion from last year.
And he got the sportsmanship
That
award this
little
year.
sportsmanship, and 006, Jamie's.
And what's
champion this
the other boat on the wave there,
And that's the Blue Girl, Frank Nay's senior's boat.
which was used as the flagship boat of the race
Flagship
for
of the
many
boat
years.
for the race for many years. It's in all the posters.
And in the background there, you got the Bastion and
The welcoming totem,
the welcoming totem from Swilana, which was
representative of the welcoming totem.
yes, that's right.
It's not quite the same as the welcoming totem there.
And 1971, what was your first T-shirt?
My first T-shirt was Pizza Pieman, and it was Pizza Power with the spaghetti surge. And that's some of the older photos you'll see in any of the albums or books is me in that tub.
Which was two pontoons with
Two
a tub in the middle
pontoons,
and a real tub.
A real tub.
And these days it's not a real tub.
It's not a real tub. But,
Fiberglass cast as a real tub.
that was a fiberglass one, but it was really rough, man.
Yeah.
It was pretty rough.
And your second shirt, 72?
And after that, I did, the next shirts I did was a crew of 82.
Larry I crew.
Larry
82.
I crew of 82
And then your first Spirit and Intent shirt,
was Al Bishop.
and it was a one color.
One color.
We had
And
that
we
for
did
many
the
years.
same one for many years, pencil sketched by my sister.
And then the map on the back,
My sister did that too for
Protection
us.
Island.
Reorientation so we could read the names, and it specifically shows every access and park on the island. So there's I've got over 50,000 copies of this map on people's backs, and it's interesting. Follow your friend, look at the map. It's very nice.
And how many shirts have you sold over the last 40 years?
Oh man, enough. More than enough.
Excellent. And the t-shirts, what's the point of selling t-shirts?
Mostly to try and cover our expenses, which expenses are a necessary evil of bathtub racing. You know, we try to run with a budget of $500 to $1,000, but you have to have a tub, you have to have a motor. That's just to do the maintenance and run one race.
But other than getting a little money to support the tub for the year, the t-shirts have become a little more symbolic, haven't they?
Yes, well, you know, they're a treasure, you know. A
And
treasure.
The skulls on the sleeves have gone through a few iterations.
My sister also did these. They're anatomically correct.
And when COVID broke out, what'd you have that year on
We masked them.
the skulls had masks?
One mask, only one mask.
And a couple years
Those guys were all living dangerous.
you've had in memoriam on the skull for various
We've had
supporters.
various things, various years, and most of the time it's out of respect for people who passed, and you know, we try to do it with a smile. We had the one for Ron, which respect Ron Majeski the year he passed. It was interesting. This year we got a soccer ball, and that's all about magic, you know. We want to smile. A little magic, soccer ball.
So we have a few Easter eggs hidden within the shirt every
You
year.
know, every year there's something that's a trick, you know, it's symbolic, it has meaning to people in the community.
Yeah.
And, oh man, one year we had all of our ex-pilots on the back of the shirt. I'm trying to think what year that was. We have quilts made of our shirt designs. 3 quilts now. Three. Oh man. What else you got there, brother?
Last question.
No way.
I'm going to tick off a few. You ran for mayor of Nanaimo. You ran for Nanaimo City Council. You were on the Lions Club. You were on PIRA. You have spent many years working on the community dock and other community projects. What motivates you to work year after year, and what does community mean to you?
Community is where we're collectively looking after everyone. It's not about me or you. It's about us. And a lot of times people get all confused and they go, it's about democracy and everyone gets a vote. Well, in democracy, 51% can't really say no to 49%. You know, there's got to be some kind of consensus on all issues, all peoples, all dealings. And what motivates me to move forward is to get people to get some kind of an idea of what fair play is. And, you know, democracy, fair play, community. You know, sometimes those things don't always work well together, you know, and really spirit and intent is about community. And the larger the community you have and the bigger support you have towards something, the better it is. But people don't really want to get hands-on, nuts and bolts, and touch that. You know, that's why we only have so many people racing bathtubs. A lot of people want to, and they'll do it once, or they'll hold political office once and steer things one way or the other because of their wants and needs. When you really have to go with spirit and intent, the bigger overall community. Bathtub racing is an example. I think everybody with spirit and intent is trying to actually read the rule book and read the specs and think about what they're really doing there and compete on a level playing field. And you get all those common goals coming out that you're sharing the knowledge and you're building a little better knowledge of how mechanics work, how community work, how families work. And man, it's inspiring. So I'm inspired to go there and just do the work part because that's what it's really about, or get the job done. Bathtub racing, I support everyone and help them with their escort boats. I don't care if they're on my team or on somebody else's team. I'm going to help them. They're bathtub racing. And if we're building community, it's not just a matter of democratic shit. It's about consensus.
And working together.
And everyone working together. Everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.